All right. Let me take you then back to the year 1876 when Noah Brooks and Isaac Bromley were on a New York City horse car traveling through the streets of town, and up on they had advertising signs in there even then, and I believe it said, there was a posting, the conductor, when he receives the fare, will immediately punch in the presence of the passenger a 2-cent fare for a pink trip. It'll all come together because it's all in the poem. Let's simplify things, because I don't remember 1876 as well as I ought to. So this is called Punch Brothers Punch. Haven't read it in years. I wonder if I can remember how to do it. It begins in German, apparently. Look at that. Oh, Conductor, wann ihr empfangen ein Reis, Punch an der Gegenwart auf das Fahrgast, ein blauen Empfang nach ein 8 Mark Reis, ein Buffen Empfang nach ein 6 Mark Reis, ein Nilke Empfang nach ein 3 Mark Reis, Punch an der Gegenwart auf das Fahrgast, Punch, Bruder, mit Vorsicht, Punch, Punch an der Gegenwart auf das Fahrgast. You're probably wondering by now what is all meant to say. Well, it's this. Conductor, when you receive a fare, punch in the presence of the passenger. A blue trip slip for an 8-cent fare. A buff trip slip for a 6-cent fare. A pink trip slip for a 3-cent fare. Punch in the presence of the passenger. Oh, punch, brothers! Punch with care. Punch in the presence of the passenger. Got it? Rail builder, when you construct a line, stick the rails to the ties so the tracks don't twine. 2 spikes per tie on the streetcar line. 4 spikes per tie on the interurban line. 8 spikes per tie. Grand trunk line, stick the rails to the ties so the tracks don't twine. Drive, brothers, drive and bind. Stick the rails to the ties so the tracks don't twine. Now, red cap, when you grapple grips, accept no jips in the place of tips. 15 cents for bearing baggage. 25 cents for lugging luggage. 50 cents for tugging trunks, accept no jips in the place of tips. Chuckle Brothers have a ready quip, but accept no jips in the place of tips. Now, Kathy would be doing a banjo solo in amongst all this. I don't seem to be equipped that way. Sleeping car porter, when you make up the berths, make the uppers up second and the lowers up first. The bottom sheet fits underneath. The topmost sheet fits in between, beneath the blanket. For added warmth, make the uppers up second and the lowers up first. Covers, brothers, know their worth. Make the uppers up second and the lowers up first. Now, notice to passengers. Passing quotation, please do not flush while train is in the station. You might alight at your final destination. You might delight in a cooling libation. You might recite a platform oration, but please do not flush while train is in the station. Flush, sir, madam, clean across the nation. Please do not flush while train is in the station. Lots more verses, but I won't read them all. Gentlemen riders, etiquette demands, should a lady need a seat, a gentleman stands. A seat for a lady, that man won't stir. A seat for a lady, no thought for her. A seat for a lady, expel him from the car, should a lady need a seat. A gentleman stands. Vacate, gents. Hats in hand, should a lady need a seat. A gentleman stands. Rules of intonation for station masters. Enunciate distinctly when announcing train's departure. All aboard for... Punxsutawney, enunciate distinctly when announcing train's departure. Articulate, brothers. Do not mutter. Enunciate distinctly when announcing train's departure. Now, engineer, when you drive that train, don't proceed with such speed that you jostle the passengers. Remember the traveling men in the sleeper. Remember the families in the diner. Remember the elderly in the aisles. Don't proceed with such speed that you jostle the passengers. Hasten, brothers. Keep on time, but don't proceed with such speed that you jostle the passengers. Punch, Bruder, mit Vorsicht, Punch. Punch an der Gegenwart auf das Fahrgast. Punch, brothers. Punch with care. Punch in the presence of the passenger. Drive, brothers, drive and bind. Stick the rails to the ties so the tracks don't twine. Chuckle, brothers. Have a ready quip. Accept no jips in the place of tips. Covers, brothers, know their worth. Make the uppers up second and the lowers up first. Flush, sir, madam, clean across the nation. Please do not flush while train is in the station. Vacate, gents, hats in hand, should a lady need a seat. A gentleman stands. Articulate, brothers, and do not mutter. Enunciate distinctly when announcing train's departure. Hasten, brothers, keep on time. But don't proceed with such speed that you jostle the passengers. Oh, it's a hard life on the railroad.